Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains. Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Lost, the defense is wide open. And they exploited that soft spot. And they get it down to the 35. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
From the gun, running back gets the give.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He'll fire to his right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay for him to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. It's a draw. Runs through the tackle. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. And he's to the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of...
He's going for the big play. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Off the play fake. He's got it. Makes a man miss. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
21, UCLA, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. You run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing it. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now.
He's going up top. And he reels it in inside the 30. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bruins!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Still just a 2-possession game. A lot of time to go as they try for the onside kick here. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling on it.
Throws to the back. It's complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got his man. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He got it! Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fight, and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on what's likely the final play of the half. He'll do it himself. Twist his way through. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we are just about ready to go in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second.